Hey guys, it's Caster here. We're playing some Banished. It's one of my favorite games. A lot to say about it. It's a fun game overall. I don't think it's all that bad, you know. Not as bad as it could be for sure. Don't mind me, I'm just, yeah, there we go. That should look better. So let's just jump into it. So we're gonna name the town. It's gonna be named after us. It's gonna be named Casters. Can't put an apostrophe. Casters City. We're gonna make this a bustling metropolis. Large, mild, that's all good. Alright, press OK. Now, Banished was kinda, abandoned by its developers, so it's very kind of still. I don't really think it even made it out of early access. Honestly, I don't remember if early access was a thing when this game was being made or not. I mean, it must have been, I suppose. But point is that it can be very underwhelming if you're not ready for it. So let me just scroll out, and this is what we got to work with, people. This is our land. We'll be able to basically do whatever with it. We'll have, different buildings, like we'll have roads, we'll have houses, different town services, like a hospital, a town hall. We'll have, like barns and farms and all that stuff, But start out with really simple. You need some housing for your people, so we're gonna go ahead and get 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just gonna put another 4 in 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's not it. And another thing we're gonna have to do is get this up. Boom. Alright. That is how I like to have my my stuff. My UIs, excuse me. This is just my UIs and stuff. Different little windows. That seems really loud. I feel like that is really loud on here. So let me drop this to a nice 10. Same with the effects. Boom. Alright. Hopefully that isn't overpowering when it comes to my voice. For now, we'll put 4 designated builders, and while they're doing that, we're also going to have to get started on some food production. So we're going to get some fishing docks, which honestly I'm not sure if it matters how close to the water they are like this or not. I'm not sure if the game actually, takes that into account, but better safe than sorry. So what else do we need? We also need a, what is it? Yeah, gatherer's hut, and this gonna want to kind of put out in the middle of the woods because we want to have a lot of woodland around it, so that way herbs and different funguses like mushrooms and whatever else, roots and different plants will grow. And then we'll have a gatherer's hut that will go out and gather all said vegetables and other produce, bring it back to the barn right here, and any other resources that we collect, like firewood, regular just logs, stone, iron, that'll all go here. Which, speaking of that, I do need to go ahead and designate that I want them to clear out these trees here, along with any rocks and iron patches that are there. This is just a clear resource, or the remove resources. You have, harvest trees and that, but this does everything. Just one kind of like mass work order form. So all of our free laborers will go ahead and do this. I don't understand how they're out of wood, but if they are out of wood, then that's what they are. Okay, let's just hold on. Okay. We need to get a wood cutter. Please forgive my sniffles. My sinuses are very, very not good. So we'll continue just to speed this back up, let them get their resources and stuff. Seems like we're still completely out of wood. I mean, not wood, completely out of stone. Which means I will have to just go ahead and say, oh, this stone right over here, and this stone right along here. All of that. I want all of that to be harvested, mined up, and so forth. So this little icon here means that they're cold because there's no firewood, which is to be expected, honestly, seeing as we don't have a woodcutters or anything like that. So what is that? Reserve stone is low. Alright, yeah, I know this game, don't worry. So this will be getting built very soon, as in right now. A builder should be coming over here and begin working on it. They're also, oh boy, good. They're getting this worked up too. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this down to 4 workers because we're gonna need a lot of people for the gatherer's hut. 4 for the gatherer's hut in total, and 4 for the fishing docks in total, giving us a net of 8. And as you can see, we'll have 1 leftover laborer that can just do general work then, which is fine. That is exactly what we want. Is basically just 1 person that's gonna sit back and, along with the builders, when the builders don't have anything. And speaking of that, I'm going to drop that down to 2 or 3 builders, give us 2 laborers. And that'll allow us to put 1 into the wood cutter over here, which will work out very well. Alright, just checking how long I've been recording, 7 minutes, so another 13, putting me at 2:32. A child was born. Our population can be seen here. It goes the number of adults and the number of students, which we have 0 because we don't have a school or a schoolhouse, and the number of children, which we have 12. So that's not too shabby to start off with, not gonna lie. We actually had a pretty decent start. Food's getting a little low, which is a little scary. Not gonna front, but I believe that we should be okay. We can get a farm in here, and whenever a builder comes around and decides to clear off this field, we can set people to work it. And since it's autumn, they're not going to actually begin working it until the beginning of next year when spring rolls around. But on the other hand though, our supply of firewood seems to be a-okay. Nobody's freezing. We have some left over in the stockpile. Same with food, actually. Nobody's starving or hungry. That would give us a little icon as well. And we have a total amount of 92. So if we want to see what that might be, we can see here by clicking on the storage barn that it's some mushrooms, some roots. Alright, it's nothing because now we are completely out of food. That was not the best time to show you guys what I was trying to talk about, but hey, you know, what am I gonna do? So we're gonna go with potatoes. I don't really think there's a difference between the vegetables, honestly, or I should say the produce that gets farmed. It fairly certain it'll take the same amount of time and yield roughly the same amount of food. I mean, there might be a little bit of a discrepancy between different types of crops, but I cannot vouch for that, nor can I completely dismiss it, because I do not know how deep the developers got into the kind of nitty-gritty stuff like that. Like if they took the time to actually set a differential value for each crop compared to the other for yield amount. But, and I suppose really there's not much of a way to tell other than perhaps just doing multiple farms and just doing exactly the same size multiple farms and comparing it. But that's a lot of work, and I am not somebody that's gonna care enough to actually my old age. No, that's fine. Alright, so this little icon here means that the work has stopped because it has hit. Oh, it stopped because there's not enough wood stored. There's not enough stored logs, which means I actually should go like this and just clear out this little area right here. Just boom, that patch right there. Okay, spring is about to roll around, and that'll be very good because then that means that the people can begin working on the farm, and that will definitely carry us through winter. So right now we're just gonna rely on our fishing dock and our gatherer's hut to get us through this spring into the beginning of, or till the end of summer, beginning of autumn, when hopefully we'll be able to begin harvesting a 100% yield. You know, food harvest. So, let's see, what should we begin doing next? I think next order of business, that would be mighty finest. Since we have a bunch of people that have grown up into adults and are continuing to grow into adults at this point, we should just build a couple more houses, because that will allow them to start their own families and continue to increase our population. And I believe that I'm gonna hope that we have enough food in the time being. I'm gonna go ahead and just build another fishing dock right there as well. Very good. That is very good. So you can see here it's at 55% yield. We're only hitting late spring now, so that is very good. Our gatherer's hut, you can see the outputs of the previous season compared to the current season, and you can see that obviously the previous season has gotten more just for the fact that, you know, it hasn't been as long. But if we look here, we've actually gotten more berries this season than the previous season already, but less of everything else, I believe. Yeah, less of everything else, which is fine. That's, you know, to be expected. There's going to be fluctuations of the different. All right, hold on a minute. Yeah, these people should be getting around to chopping down these trees hopefully soon. Our builders would like to begin hauling some of the last logs that are in our storage to the houses. That would be nice. Ooh, it just went from 84% all the way to 92% in the span of like 10 seconds. That's very nice. It is late summer, so they should begin harvesting this soon, I believe. So, now we're gonna begin to, well, as soon as this fishing dock gets built, we'll migrate some of these free laborers. Alright, why is... For now, I'm just gonna put everybody into the building, so that's the hope. Alright, this is getting harvested, so we'll be fine for food, which is very, very good. What are my builders doing? They need to haul this food in, so that way this house here can get some food. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it here. I'm not actually sure if I'm gonna continue playing this afterwards and come back to it. I don't really know if I'm gonna ever go back to any of the things I've played so far. I'm trying to find something that holds my interest long enough that I can sit here and record and work up my talking voice so it doesn't sound like I'm gargling something every 2 seconds. But no such luck so far. But I did get a bunch of free games redeemed off of Twitch from Twitch Prime, so I'm gonna hope that some of those games might be good. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'll probably try out one of those. Talk to you then.